have self-care. They want to go do the things, but they feel guilty. What do you do with that guilt?
That's how I felt, that's how, and that for me, and that's one of the things, like in my program, my first chapter is about explaining the importance of self-care. And why do we have to do that? Because it's self-care in itself, like the dictionaries, they define self-care as an intentional, intentional habits that we build daily in order to take care of the physical, our mental, and our emotional health. And intentional, that means that we have to take a step, we have to do it ourselves. And it's not a luxury, and it's not selfish. It is something that we have to do. Like it is a necessity. Mm-hmm. And that's how I explain it to my moms. It's like, it is a necessity. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to take care of this physical, mental, and emotional health. And, enroll your husband and enroll try to figure out, well, in this times of COVID, it's very hard, but I mean, try to figure out who can help you, who do you have friends that you can share, someone can babysit your kid while you're going for a walk, and then you do the same, that you can share responsibilities. But it is essential that it is a mindset shift that we have to make, that we have to realize that self-care, it is essential for to be the best versions of ourselves in everything, to be the best mom, to be the best partner, to be the best businesswoman. We need to take care of the foundation.
Mm-hmm. So it's normal for everyone listening. It's normal to feel guilty, but you have to make time for yourself. Otherwise,
absolutely.
Yeah. Otherwise, yes, burnout will happen. You'll have a breakdown or whatever the case is. So, and that's what I try to tell people. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just true. You just have to you'll find it.
Yeah. And you have to accept, I mean, it's okay that you feel guilty, and accept it, but move on and say, well, this is important for me. This is essential for me being the best version of myself. So I have to do it. And, one of the reasons I wrote the book, and one of the reasons I'm doing this program, is that I want to save people time. I don't want people to be in burnout mode, to realize that they need self-care. Do it, be preventive. Right. So, start seeing this as a necessity. Right. Which is, for me, it's key.
Yeah, you're right. I spent so many years, I was in the military, so I spent so many years putting everybody else first. It was always about the soldiers. It was always about my leaders. It was everybody else. And then afterwards, when I had to find myself again, I was like, who am I? Like, what am I going to do?
Uh-huh. I agree, and I can identify with you. Like, when we find ourselves, like, oh, okay, when we finally, when finally we're with ourselves and just realizing, oh my God, so what's next?
Yeah.
Who are we? Yeah,
exactly. And now it's, it's okay to go to the store by yourself, or the movie by yourself, or to get coffee. It's okay to be by yourself. Mm-hmm. You don't always need all that noise. You just need some clarity and to be able to breathe.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I try to teach my kids that. I have a 17 and a 19-year-old, and now they're learning how to be by themselves. They're learning. They're learning how to do it because they can't be around all their friends. So it's definitely changes their mindset, but it's teaching all of us something new about ourselves and the world. So yeah.
And I feel even the kids, like, I mean, I have my youngest, who's not autistic. Now he's taking more care of his older, his brother. And he knows that, because now they know that mom needs to go for her run every day. So he even encourages me. And he says, Mom, go for your run and I'll take care of Nico. So that's it kind of like the kids realize that, when we're taking care of ourselves, we're happier moms, and we know we're our best selves, you know.
Yeah, and see, and that's amazing that your son is seeing that, because he's
Mm-hmm.
learning that from you, so that
Yeah,
it'll be passed on. So when he gets older, he's going to realize that self-care is important, and he's
yeah.
sharing your responsibility. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And do you still have the dog?
No, unfortunately, had to get rid of the dog because eventually we realized that Nico was allergic.
Oh no.
So we couldn't have a dog, but yeah, but you know, she changed her lives. She
That's a
changed her lives.
blessing for
Yeah,
that's such a blessing for sure. I have four
yeah.
dogs, and
Oh,
it's a
oh.
whole other story. But I was given one specific dog that changed me,
Oh,
and it's
really?
just amazing what dogs can bring into your life,
Oh,
even if
yeah,
they don't stay
yeah,
for forever.
yeah.
They just bring something to you that opens up this whole new world. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad that that dog came into your life, because
No,
now,
no. If I had had that dog, I don't know where I would be right now.
yeah,
Honestly, I don't know.
that's
I don't
amazing.
even want to know what. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you can't even fathom where life would have been,
yeah,
where it would have taken
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. I love it. I'm so glad that you are in your place now where it's safe, and it's changed you. It's
yeah.
just amazing.
Hmm.
And I love that we could share this with our listeners, because like I said, for my friends that have children with special needs, I see how hard they work all the time. And I think it is so important to share this message with them, to tell them it's okay, and you can have time for yourself. And I mean, they are amazing moms, so I commend them. But yeah, I just thank you so much for sharing this. So where can we're going to share about your free ebook. Tell us
Yes,
about
yes, yes,
that.
yes, yes. So yeah, for your listeners, I have two things: a free ebook of my a free ebook version of Burnout to Unstoppable that I can send them, and also I have a self care workbook that goes with the book. And this book is more specific with because it gives actionable steps, and I also have worksheets and I have checklists. So for anyone who wants to start their self-care journey, this can give them already some goals that they can work on. So I have both, and I'm going to send you the link where so they just subscribe, and then I'll send them the ebook and the workbook as well. And
Awesome. I will put this in the show notes. We will get that out. Um,
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
and then where else can they find you? You have a
yes,
website?
I have my website. My name, claudiataboada.com. I can send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they can see the services I am offering. Right now I'm working on my second book and on the program. So the program, it's coming soon. So hopefully we can I want to get this out as soon as possible because of this situation. I see moms who are burned out and who are overwhelmed, and I just want to try to help them as soon as possible. So so if they subscribe, they can have information about the program, and I'll send you information too once I know where it's out, so that we can share this program, because I'm trying to I'm trying to get it out as soon as I can.
Perfect. Wow. Well, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for coming this far and for doing what you do, because this is going to help so many people. And I'm inspired again. I need to get back out there.
Yes, go for a
I
walk.
love. Yes,
Yeah.
I need to. And I've done a few triathlons, and they are so
Wow.
like
Oh, you have to go
they're
back.
amazing, aren't they?
Go back. For me, I find that racing, it has been so important for my mindset, because it really, like for several reasons, it gives me, I can go out and then say, okay, well, like I want to dream big. I want to run this bit, this important triathlon, or this marathon, or this series of marathon. It allows us to dream big, and also it gives so much confidence, and the feeling of self-esteem, and I think that's one of the reasons I started to race early on. When I started my journey, is that I found that every time I crossed the finish line, it was a new step in my transformation.
I love that.
So yeah, get back out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. And even for those who don't want to do marathons, even the smaller ones like Race for the Cure, it's for a good cause, and
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
just, I love it.
And I mean, and you don't even have to run, just walk, walk the 5K. Like, I mean, when I started, I could not run more than 3K.
Yeah.
It was just the feeling of accomplishment, of having like some goals, and then you reach that finish line, and you feel so much and so empowered. It's very important. So I think it's, and you don't have to run marathons, you don't have to do a big race. It's just crossing a finish line.
Yes.
It is such a metaphor for life, I find.
It is. That's amazing. Congratulations on all of that. I can't believe it. So we need to all get out there. But thank you so much for sharing your message. Thank you for being who you are and for being on here. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the podcast that you do and sharing your message as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I can't wait to see what your next book and where you're going to be in the next 5 years. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Truths We Hide podcast, created and founded by your host, Annette, the founder of A Wild Ride Called Life. Also, a big thank you to all of our sponsors for each and every episode that is aired. We have so much support from them and all of our listeners. You can find more information at www.awildridecalledlife.com.